Good morning, everybody. This is BOJ reporting live. Almost. It's not really live, but I had to get a video done. We're talking about Movequest today. I'm so excited about what's happening right now. We are getting ready to discuss the hatchery that is going to be the mainstay at Movequest, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. I've done some digging on it, done a little bit of looking at the back office, but I will always reiterate, all right? Please watch Lynette talk about the different things and the possibilities that are there for those of us that take advantage of the hatchery. The math that she does on the spreadsheets that she's done has been amazing. I have put these spreadsheets also in my Telegram, so we can even pull them up today and kind of take a look at it. I haven't quite deciphered how to use it all the way just yet, but it's accessible to you. So you can kind of see how it works and make some adjustments and see how the numbers would work out for you. Before I get too deep, I want to remind all of you, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor, all right? This is just me talking about the different things that I'm involved in this amazing crypto space. And MoveQuest is the main thing that I'm focused on right now. It is an amazing project. It is one of the few projects out here that is really showing us how it's supposed to be done to have a real crypto blockchain based project that has use case, that has a real mission, and that can really change someone's life, like their whole life. And I don't think people fully understand that. But that's okay. That's why we're here to talk about it. So one thing that I want to say about MoveQuest before we dive into this hatchery is I do believe that this is an opportunity that is going to allow the masses to change their physical life, and then it's going to change their fiscal life. You have to believe in a little bit of what the mission is for MoveQuest. And I do believe that if you dive a little bit deeper, that you will find out that this mission has so much ability to change lives all over the world. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the hatchery, y'all. There's 4 tiers of this amazing hatchery, and I'm going to start with the first tier. All right. Now, I want to let you all know you want to stick around and listen till I get to the 4th tier, because there are some things about that 4th tier that are very specific to the 4th tier only. All right. So you want to pay attention. Okay. Now, this hatchery started with a base hatchery and had a limit to how much you could put in it and different things of that nature. But the ability that it gave you was to be rewarded in a miner that you can either use for your own personal mining, or you can use in the leasing when it comes available, or you can use in the marketplace. But they will reward you for not selling your MQT, essentially. It's locking up your MQT in a smart contract for a certain amount of time. You pay a fee, which the fee goes to the liquidity of the project, right? So everything that we're doing that's involved in this hatchery is only helping the sustainability of the project, ladies and gentlemen, all right? But for those of us that have no intention of selling a set amount of MoveQuest and we plan on holding, why not be rewarded for holding it by using the hatchery, all right? So the hatchery is an ecosystem gift. This is only going to strengthen the ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen. This is only going to strengthen the project and make it more and more valuable. So let's start talking about tier 1 hatchery. So these different miners, as we all know, have different mining power capabilities, right? Now, let's just start with the basic navigator. To be rewarded in this basic navigator, the cost per miner is set 50 for that navigator, right? So let's go ahead and zoom in here. Now, this is tier 1. The duration for this hatchery is 60 days. The MQT is 25%, and the AVAX fee is the 75%. So as you do the math on this, the cost per miner is 50. 25% of 50 is $12.50. That right now is worth 1.464 MQT, right? So that 25% is the 25% of the cost per miner. The AVAX is the other 75% of the cost per miner. That AVAX fees, you're paying it in AVAX, so you're not locking up as much MQT, but you're paying a little bit more in AVAX fee. All right. This miner is going to be rewarded to you immediately. As soon as you deposit that MQT in the smart contract and you pay your AVAX fee, you're going to get that miner immediately. You're not going to have to wait the 60 days. Okay. Now, I want you guys to pay attention because this is applicable for all of these tier 1 miners. All right. All of these have 25% of the cost per miner that's going to be used in MQT. Now, you will get this MQT back at the end of the 60 days. That is the amazing thing. So whatever the value of MQT is at the end of that 60 days, you're going to get the number of MQT that you deposited. So for this example, for the navigator, you deposited 1.464 MQT. You're going to get that 1.464 MQT back at the end of that 60 days. You're not going to get the AVAX fee that you paid back, but you will get that MQT back. So say if you wanted that Vanguard, you wait that 60 days to get your MQT back, but you're getting the Vanguard immediately. All right. Now, one thing I want to mention is you can select as many of these miners as you want to be rewarded. Right. So say if I wanted these not the navigator, but I wanted the Vanguard. I would increase it to however many Vanguards I wanted. Some of you may be out there and you want to turn your Vanguards into, you want to be able to turn them into Titans. And you know that you can't get Titans from the hatchery, right? Titans are the highest level miner that you can achieve or that you can have in Movequest. So you know you need 16 Vanguards, right? The cost per Vanguard is $225, right? You're going to have to pay 25% of that in MQT. So if you're a person that has 105 MQT, you can take care of that, the 25%. The other 75% is going to come from your AVAX. So that's $2,700 in AVAX that you would have to pay to get that 16 Vanguards, right? That is for the tier 1 hatchery. All right, so hopefully that explains the tier 1 hatchery. The biggest thing about the tier 1 is that you're going to be using 25% of the MQT, and the other 75% to get that miner as a reward is going to come from your AVAX fee. All right. Now, another thing I want to mention is there is no mining reward for the tier 1 hatchery. And we're going to come back to that when we get to the tier 4 hatchery. Because one thing that you'll also notice that for tier 2 and tier 3, there will also not be a mining reward. We will go over what changes over the tiers right now. So let me back this on down to 1 miner again so we can simplify the math. Let's go to tier 2 hatchery. All right. So the tier 2 hatchery, you are now, we're still looking at the same cost per miner, but we have the opportunity to use more MQT and less AVAX. So now, instead of 25% MQT, we can use 50% MQT and 50% AVAX instead of 75%, which lowers the amount of fee that we pay in AVAX, but increases the amount of MQT that we can deposit to get said miner. So say if you're a person out there that you're holding a little bit more MQT and you want to pay less in that mining fee or less in that fee in AVAX to get that miner, you would use a tier 2 hatchery to even out the distribution to 50%. All right. So hopefully that's starting to make some sense to you guys. As the tier increase, you're using more MQT, you're locking up more for more days. Here's another thing I want to mention. It is 120 days, which is the duration of this. So here's what that does. It locks up more MQT for more time. All right. What that also will do is strengthen the strength of the coin, of the token, because there is less token in circulation. They are locking this token up for 120 days. So I hope everyone is understanding. For those of us that are holding this token, this is becoming more and more of a no-brainer. We have no aspirations of selling it, right? For those of you that have no aspirations of selling now, for whoever's going to sell it, they're going to sell it. And they're not being hindered from selling it. No one is telling you you can't sell your MQT right now. You can sell it all if you want. It doesn't quite help the ecosystem for you. It doesn't help you to sell all your MQT, especially if you're a believer in what MQT can do. But on the other side of that, we are being incentivized for holding our tokens. We're getting this MQT back. The only thing we're not getting is this feedback. The fee is going to the liquidity. It's helping the ecosystem. It's helping the token be a stronger token. So I hope everyone is that's making sense. So at this level, if you're a person that's interested in getting these Titans for 16 Vanguards, we move this to 16. Whoops, I clicked a little bit too much there. So here, we're locking up 210 MQT for 120 days. We're paying less in AVAX. We're paying 1,800 in AVAX, but we're paying 1,800 that value in MQT. So you can be a person that goes out and buys MQT. You can be a person that decides to have mined this already, but it gives you a reason or something to allow you to hold on to this MQT. There's no cancellation of this, I don't believe. You can't start an incubation in this hatchery and cancel it because you will already receive the miner up front. You're receiving it up front. I think that's an amazing thing, all right? All 16 of these you're getting up front. So even if you were a person that just wanted these 16 miners at the navigator level, you wanted to have these to be available for leasing, marketplace, you don't have to put these miners that you're getting in the hatchery in the docking slots that you have. It wouldn't even make sense for me to do it personally because I have all my docking slots filled with Titans. None of these are Titans. So anything that I would get from this hatchery would be used in leasing, marketplace, or if I wanted to help friends and family and just send the miners to them for free, I could do that too. All right. So that is the tier 2 hatchery. So hopefully you guys are starting to see a trend. As the tiers increase, the amount of MQT that you can use increases, the amount of AVAX fee decreases. All right. Tier 3 hatchery. Let's talk about it. All right. Now, I want to reiterate that the MQT that it takes is starting to increase. So as we look at the navigator from just a simple level, I'm going to move this back down to one. One navigator at the tier 3 level, the duration is 180 days. As you can see, 75% of this cost per miner is 37.5 or $37.50. That is currently $4. I'm sorry, that's currently 4.391 MQT. The AVAX fee is 25% of the total cost per miner. So you're paying $12.50 in AVAX fee. So this is allowing you to lock up even more MQT, receive the same reward, less AVAX fee, and you're locking this up for a longer period of time. So if you have no aspirations of selling it, that's still not concerning you because you're not worried about how long the duration of time is. You're taking advantage of getting these miners right now. So say if you're a person that wanted to be, I'm calling it tighten up. That's what I'm doing right now. Tighten up, y'all. If you're a person that's interested in tightening up, if you want to tighten up, right, and you need those 16 Vanguards to get 8 Titans, to fill all 8 docking slots up with Titans. With the tier 3 hatchery, you're going to be able to do that. And you're going to get your miners immediately. Once you pay that 900 in AVAX fee, that 2,700 worth of MQT, which is 316 MQT, you're going to get all 16 of those Vanguards that you can then evolve into Titans. All right. It does cost to evolve them, but that's not what we're talking about right now. All right. So that is the tier 3 hatchery, 75% MQT, 25% AVAX, 180-day duration. And again, no mining reward. All right. Let's talk about the tier 4 hatchery that has the reward, the tier 4 MQT reward hatchery. Let's get into it. So let's get this back down to one miner. All right. Now, if we're on the navigator level, it's keeping the math simple. Cost per miner, $50 per miner. As we can see, they are using a 100% MQT, 5.85, $50 worth of MQT. Now, there is still a 15% fee. All right. So you're going to pay that 15% up front in that fee, which for this level at one navigator is $7.50. So for a total of $57.50, you're going to get that navigator immediately, but you're also going to get a mining reward. All right. Let's see if it shows what the mining reward is without me doing something. So it says I don't have enough funds in AVAX, so I just need to move some AVAX in here. All right. But the mining reward is a set amount. All right. Now, where's that mining reward coming from? Some of you may remember a reserve that was going on until the 1st of February. So from the February 1st going forward, that reserve of 2,500 tokens is being used for the mining reward for those of us that take advantage of the tier 4 rewards hatchery. So on top of us at the end of this 222 days, which is another change, right? So let's go over the changes. 100% MQT. We're going to still have a 15% in cost per miner fee for the AVAX fee, which I reiterate is only going to the liquidity of this project. It's only going to help strengthen this token, right? Because that's what the ecosystem does. We're going to get the miner immediately. We're also going to get a mining reward for that. All right. So let me see if I can do this quickly. I'm going to see if I can move some AVAX over into that wallet really quickly while I'm here. And for those of you that didn't know, I use MetaMask. All right. Some folks, and this is what I want to say also as well. Some folks are using their MQT. They're selling a little bit of MQT to pay for their fees. All right. Now, while that's not suggested by folks that are involved in this project, they always suggest that, of course, this is not that expensive to get these fees. You know, $33 in the AVAX fee, $225 worth of MQT to get this Vanguard. You know, 15% of that 15% of the cost per miner. You know, the amount of money that it takes, or the amount of AVAX that it takes for these fees, is not considered a whole lot. But I will say this: I think it's powerful that we even have the opportunity to sell some of the MQT if we get in a bind, right? If we get in a situation where we don't have the avalanche, we can take the MQT and we can sell it for the fees that we have, all right? If we wanted to do that. So I'm going to transfer just a little bit of AVAX to my wallet. Well, I'm going to see if I can. If I can't, then I'll have to figure something else out, because I want to be able to show you guys this. All right. I want to be able to show you guys this hatchery and see what kind of statistics it gives us. And I may just need to move it from somewhere else, but either way, this what it enables us to do, and I digress, but getting back to this tier 4 hatchery, we're going to get a daily reward. Now, here's what I want to talk about this daily reward. All right, I do want to mention this in this video. So I know this is a long video, but bear with me. I'm trying to cover a lot of different things. You must be an active participant in the ecosystem to be able to get your reward. Now, what does that mean? An active participant is someone who is submitting on a daily basis, right? So I am a person that has been submitting, and it's not going to, I don't know why it's not showing all my different submissions here. Maybe it's because I've claimed them. I've claimed some of this stuff here. Let it refresh, hopefully. And it has some stuff that's ready to claim, but I submit on a daily basis, all right? If you don't submit for the day, and you're a person that is in the tier 4 MQT reward hatchery, you will not get your mining reward for that day. So you will need to submit to be eligible to get that mining reward. But if you submit, you're going to get that reward every day. So every day that you submit, you're going to get that reward. That reward is predicated on the level of miner you get and how many miners you get, based on how I understand. Now, this hatchery has no limit to it. So you could literally set up a daily income for yourself by storing your hatchery away, but storing your MQT away. As long as you're submitting and doing that on a day-to-day basis, you're already going to get the MQT that you're submitting for, so that part does not change. The ecosystem of this that we're already involved with never changes, right? We're still submitting our proof of physical activity. We're still getting that MQT. All of that is still the same. We are getting more for participating in this hatchery because it is strengthening the project. It is locking up our MQT for 222 days. For those of us that are not interested in selling our MQT, this is a no-brainer, right? And then on top of that, we're able to get a mining reward on a daily basis because we've decided to lock this up for 222 days. Yes, we have to submit, but our submissions are only helping the ecosystem. So everything that we do is helping the ecosystem. And I think if we're putting in the work, if we're maxing out our capabilities with our miners, we are in a strong position to be in profit on a daily basis. Now, those numbers have been done by Lynette on many of her videos, and I'm not a mathematician, so I'm not going to try to do that for you now. But I do want to share with you, for those of you that are interested in tightening up, right? That's what I'm calling it. Tighten up, y'all. We're going to tighten up. For those that are really serious about this project, we're going to tighten up. And here's what tighten up means. All available docking slots have all Titans in them. We're tightening up. All right, so this hatchery for the tier 4, we know that to get Titans, we have to combine 2 Vanguards. If we want 8 Titans, that means we need 16 Vanguards. So for 16 Vanguards, we can store away, for those of us that have it available, $421 worth of MQT. Oh, I'm sorry, 421 MQT, which is $3,600, right? It says it right here. So regardless of what I say, it says it right here, very clear. The AVAX fee is 15% of that cost per miner, which is $540. You are getting a mining reward, which is a set amount. And when you do this, that's why I wanted to kind of show you guys this, which I'm gonna work on trying to get this AVAX over here so I can do this. Let's see here. But once you do, that's DG. That's not. There we go. Well, we can do that, and it'll show us. I want to show you guys, and bear with me as I move some AVAX over to my wallet. But I just think it's really important that we talk about this because we have a very unique ability to get a mining reward on a daily basis for doing what we were already doing anyway and storing away our MQT. We're locking it up for 222 days. I don't think that's a hard task at all for someone that has been, just involved in the ecosystem. Send as why is it doing that? Okay, here we go. Bear with me, y'all. And y'all can just take a look at this. This is for 16 miners. I also want to put this here as well while I'm doing this over here. The hatchery, all right? Unlock new opportunities. The hatchery is, the purpose of the hatchery is to transform MQT into miners, ladies and gentlemen. That is the main purpose of this, okay? It is giving us the ability to take the MQT that we are mining all right? And whether we're getting more powerful miners, if we're just getting more miners to make available for leasing, we have the opportunity to do that, all right? And we want to take advantage of that opportunity because that enables us to take more advantage of the ecosystem. Now, it says deposit MQT to match powerful miners, navigators to vanguards, and I think we all want to get to Titans. That's the highest miner we can have. And strengthen the ecosystem at the same time. So they're able to achieve all of this at the same time. The hatchery maximizes MQT's utility while supporting the platform's long-term growth. So hatch your future today. I think this is an ingenious thing that they have added to the ecosystem here. I'm so glad that they decided to do that. So here we go. We're about to move some AVAX. Oh, another one. Here we go. MetaMask. There we go. All right. So pretty soon, as we back out of this, I'm just sending some, as you can see, my connected wallet is showing me how much AVAX I have in it and how much MQT I have in it, right? This is connected to my MetaMask, y'all. Now, the closed hatchery, I don't have anything in the closed hatchery, but they still have it available to see and how much it's being used. So if that's something you still want to look at, I guess it's still there for you. And if you wanted to close your hatchery, get your MQT back so that you can take advantage of this, I think that's availability as well. But as you can see, I've just moved this amount of MQT, no, I'm sorry, Avalanche into my wallet. So I want to go down. This is one. I want to go to the tier 4 miner. And I have 225. I have an opportunity here with $249 worth of MQT and $42 worth of Avalanche. I can take advantage of getting a Vanguard right now and taking advantage of tier 4 hatchery and get a mining reward. So I want to see what that looks like. All right. I don't really want to take advantage of the tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3 because I want to take advantage of the mining reward. Now, if that's not what you want to do, as we've already talked about what the other availabilities are, you have the choice to choose what you want. The choice is yours, ladies and gentlemen. All right. But I want to take advantage of the tier 4 MQT reward hatchery. All right. So when we click on incubate, let's see what it says. All right. So it pulled up a MetaMask browser here thing, which I will confirm. All right. And we'll see it has the incubating spinning wheel here. So we're just going to wait for it to finish its process. I'm not going to touch anything else. And what this is doing is locking up 26.373 MQT in a smart contract, and I'm paying the fee of $33.75 worth of AVAX or 1.26 AVAX. I'm confirming that now. I'm going to get a mining reward, and I'm going to be rewarded in that Vanguard immediately. All right. So as we see, alert, congratulations, incubation started. All right. So let's see what happens here. The incubation chamber. All right. This is what it's showing us. Okay. It's showing us the miners. We got a tier 4. We get one Vanguard. It's locking up 100% of the MQT for that cost per miner, which is 26.3728 MQT. So that MQT is in a smart contract for 222 days now. All right. The potential earning on that is 10.8079 MQT. All right. The current earning that I've done so far is 0 because I haven't claimed for the day. All right. So I have the potential, if I claim every day, I think this is how I understand it. If I claim what I'm doing anyway, I'm already claiming and doing my stuff anyway. Over this 222 days, I'll earn another 10.8069 MQT. So if I'm doing just some simple math, calculator math, and I'm submitting every day for 222 days, I take that 10.8079 divided by 222 equals 0.0486842 whatever MQT per day that I'm going to get just from doing what I'm doing already. So that MQT could be worth, whatever it's worth right now. I think it's, if I go to the MQT here on CoinMarketCap, it is worth $8.54 right now, right? And there's some calculators that do the math on this, whatever the cost of this is in 222 days, it could be $100, could be $50, could be $200, could be $1,000. Who knows? All depends on the growth of the community. When I get this 26 MQT back, that's going to be great. But along the way, on top of what I'm mining, I'm going to be earning a portion of this 10.8079 MQT per day. Now, you can have as many of these hatchery incubations as you want. So your daily potential earning as you continue to have MQT, and of course, this is going to update, and it's going to show less MQT. So now I have $24 worth of MQT. I have 2 MQT right now, right? I can decide to hold on to it. I can decide to sell it. Whatever I want to do with it, I can do with it. All right. And I think that's an amazing capability as well. But I can decide if I'm continuing to mine over time, right? And I'm getting that daily reward. If I ever get to the point where I'm at that tier 4 hatchery again, and I have enough AVAX fee to be able to take advantage of it, and I have enough MQT to be able to take advantage of it, I can roll it in again and increase my daily earnings because I'm already submitting every day. I can continue to increase these every day while continuing to strengthen the project's ecosystem by locking away this MQT on a daily basis. That's genius. This whole hatchery is genius. And let's go back because, of course, we should have gotten a reward. We should have got a Vanguard, right? And we should have got that immediately. Let's go to our inventory where we will now see our Vanguard is here, y'all. And y'all saw it already, but I now have 9 miners instead of 8. I have a Vanguard, I have an Explorer, I have 3 Trailblazers and 4 Navigators that I can now lease when the leasing comes available. I can put them on the marketplace. I can gift them to my family and friends if I want to. I can continue to grow this inventory. And mind you, I got the miner immediately. I got it immediately, ladies and gentlemen. So listen, I'm so excited about what this project is doing. The X account here, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're staying involved. All right, make sure you're staying in the know of what's going on. There's so much amazing things happening in Movequest, in the ecosystem, and I think that anyone that has the want to tighten up, it has never been more cost effective or affordable than right now. And if you're a person that jumps into here and you're buying MQT, you decide to get these miners, put them to work, get out there and get your physical activity done. One thing that I really think is going to help the growth of this opportunity is when it focuses on the rebrand and gets Get Fit Mining app out the way. So now everything is Movequest, so that there's not a lot of confusion when signing up. There's not a lot of confusion when submitting. All of these things are easy to do right now as it stands, but I think that it becomes an excuse for people when there's 2 different things going on at the same time. It doesn't have to be an excuse for the motivated person, the one that can see this for what it is. But for those of us that have that issue of really kind of diving in and doing our own due diligence, this could be too much for us. I think this is a life-changing opportunity, and I will stand up on the Empire State Building and say that Movequest is a life-changing opportunity. It's up to us to take advantage of what it is, learn about it, get moving, of course, submit, and our involvement in the ecosystem and sharing this with others. We don't need a whole lot of AVAX, but we need some Avalanche. We need some Avalanche coin in our wallets. And if we want to continue to help bolster this, feel free to share it with others. You're going to get rewarded for it. All right, there are rewards for sharing it with others and folks minting their miners and getting their own miners and things of that nature. Of course, we do not get rewarded for others' physical activity. We only get rewarded for our own. But I think that is what makes this an amazing platform. We get to take matters into our own hands in a true decentralized opportunity. So, ladies and gentlemen, the hatchery is available for those of us that want to take advantage of it. I have now officially taken advantage of the Tier 4 hatchery. I know it took me long enough in this video to get there, but if I go to the hatchery right now, I can see I've got it right there, and it shares with me everything that I need to know about it. And I'm just excited about what's going on. It is in progress. It's going to be locked up for 222 days. So at the end of this 222 days, here's what's going to happen for me. I'm going to, hopefully, if I claim every day for this 222 days, which I had already been doing every day, so it's not that big a task, I'm going to see that extra 10.8 MQT over that time. I'm going to see that increment on a day-to-day basis. At the end of that 222 days, I'm going to get that MQT back. I'm going to get 26.3728 MQT back. And whatever price of MQT is at that time, that's what excites me the most, because I'm in for it for the long haul. So I didn't have a problem locking this away for a certain amount of time. All right. And then when it comes out, it's great. This $33 that I paid, the $34 closely that I paid in fee, is only going to go to the liquidity of the project. It's only going to help the project be more sustainable for the future. And Movequest is going to be here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm fairly confident. It has the ecosystem that will sustain it. And the only thing that we need to do is just stay involved. All right. With that being said, put your 2FA on all the projects that will allow you, all of the platforms and wallets that you have. Make sure you're being as secure as you can. Don't be scammed by the WhatsApp folks, the Telegram folks, the Discord folks asking you for your pertinent information, your wallet addresses, your wallet, your keys, different things of that nature. Don't give that stuff away. That stuff is stuff that you need. It's stuff that is pertinent to you, and you don't want to give it to anybody. You want to safeguard that with your life. So we want to reiterate that importance. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not out there getting moving, I encourage you, get moving, all right? It's only going to add to your life, quite literally add to your life. And Movequest has been the perfect incentive to do that. They are rewarding us in an amazing token opportunity to be able to get our steps in, submit that proof of physical activity to the blockchain, and be rewarded in MQT. I think this is one of the most amazing opportunities out there. It is why I've spent so much time committed to it. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm still learning every day. All right. But I'm plugged in as much as I can. I suggest all of you plug in as well. I have a Telegram for this opportunity that I put information in myself. So if you want information directly from me, get in the Telegram. It is in the link in the description below the video. I know this was a long one, but I haven't talked in a few days, so I wanted to get all that out. I've been looking at the hatchery. I have now taken involvement in the hatchery in front of you guys. I'm so excited to see others take advantage of what Movequest is doing as well. I will see y'all in the next one. Let me go ahead and get this video up. Peace out, and let's get moving.